we're going from robo dudes to waifu girls. And they have how many figures planned? Introducing 12's War from Cang Toys. Cang Toys is a Chinese company usually making transformers, mechs and other stuff like that. All very impressive looking, but the waifus are where it's at. So this new line is a very welcome addition and filled with waifu, girlies and female figures, whatever you want to call them. The 12's War series involves astrology and things of that nature, a seemingly simple and straightforward theme, but that's where you'd be wrong. With a whole backstory and lore rivaling even the Nikkei stories, seems like it's quite an ambitious endeavor. My apologies in advance for any interpretation or pronunciation issues because words are hard, and unfortunately I can't read Chinese. So Google Translate will be our bestie here. Long story short, get it? Loong, like the dragon? Anyway, a doorway to other dimensions has emerged, and of course some baddies decided to invade Earth, like your typical sci-fi plot. Every day over the course of a week, a gate opens with a total of 7. Then in come the baddies through each gate. Anyway, these big bads correspond to the 7 deadly sins. Legend has it, long time ago these gates were sealed by a group of astrologers. 24 to be precise. Why is there 24? Well, we're going both east and west for this one. 12 Chinese zodiacs, and 12 Western star signs. In present day, these astrologers have been reincarnated. When a doorway opens, pairs of random astrologers, one from each side, are summoned, with a special weapon to fight for their survival and that of the Earth. What am I even talking about? So what do we have? We have 12 Chinese zodiacs, 12 star signs, 7 deadly sins, so that's a total of 31 characters. Well, that's quite a lot, isn't it? For Chinese zodiacs at the time of recording, we have the little green dragon, who's already out. She's a 1/12 figure with a whole bunch of stuff, about 16 centimeters. So these zodiacs are ordinary people who are granted powers when they come into contact with special weapons to protect the East. For the dragon girl, I would assume the sword is the weapon, but she also has a fan, which is pretty cool. I'm sure she can whip people with her tail too. Next up, we have Anahita. She is a Persian dancer. From the snake zodiac, she wears the Eye of Ouroboros, and apparently dances to soothe the spirits of the living and souls of the dead. So I guess she's like a healer support type character, or a necromancer type girl. Maybe she can be friends with Grizza. From top to toe, she has her headdress, which is unfortunately plastic. We can see some articulation points, so I guess it should be fine for articulation. And hopefully it's soft plastic. If you want, you can take it off anyway, and from the back it looks kind of like a cobra. She has a little snake head on her, well, head, I guess. And along with a face cover, which can be taken off as well. I would say she's about the same size as Fiona in some parts. She's got a green, white, gold aesthetic, which makes a nice contrast from Loong's black and green. I'm curious to see how her dangly bits are. They look like actual chains, but not sure how well they'll hold up. It'd probably be better than just being glued on like Loong's tassels. She's got 2 cutty blade chained weapon things, which I have no clue what these are. I'm pretty sure I've seen them in some games before though. Overall, looks cool, not really my aesthetic, but it's a waifu anyway. Next up, we have a few art pieces. Feisha the Tiger, or putting it through Google Translate, Scarlet Cloud, which is quite a cool name as well. I like her colors and design. She's got a big hat with her ears pointing out the top, which means that however it is or isn't attached, it probably won't fall off that easily, like a certain Nikkei's hat. Very curious to see how the chest coverings are going to work. Probably plastic with articulation on the front parts. Hopefully it's soft plastic like Lustia. She seems to be a dual wielder, and we love dual wielders around here. Well, I do anyway. Definitely excited for this one. Dan Yue the bunny or rabbit. Seems like a smaller rabbit compared to other ones, but that's fine as well. She's got some potions and things on her belt and a potion motif on the front as well, so I guess she's kind of like an alchemist or potions master. Curious to see what her main weapon will be. Maybe she just splashes stuff at people. The dangly bits on the ears, hopefully they don't break too easily as well. Yunqing the horse, and there's a lot of dangly bits here. She's in a very modest outfit, almost all covered up except a sneaky little chin and chest action there. We love a bit of mystery though. You can see a slight line on her face. I wonder if it's a magic mark or something like that. Anyway, she's all green, has a cool horse mask which I'm sure is removable, and I'm also wondering what her main weapon is. She looks very much like a mage of some sort, so probably a huge staff or something. And of course there's 7 more. I don't want to be negative or anything, but I wonder if Cang Toys will actually follow through with all this, and how long it'll take. I'm also wondering if they were meant to start this 2 years ago but got busy, because 2022 was the year of the tiger and 2023 was the rabbit. But anyway, on to the Western star signs. These girls aren't granted any special powers, but they're military trained professionals with the latest tech enhancements and armor. Apparently if they die, they're replaced by another soldier, so they're pretty much just disposable mercenaries. So as I was making this video, it seems that a prototype for Mora has come out. Turns out the star signs will be finished figures and not model kits, thankfully. And she looks pretty good. So this is Mora, the Capricorn girl, who looks a little bit like Drake from Nikkei. This is what she looks like, and seems she'll be around 299 Chinese yuan, or just over 41 US dollars. Probably a bit more from international sellers. She's got your typical techie wear with straps and things like that. Very cool. She's got some pointy bits, some big round bits, huge arm joints, which I guess is fine as long as she moves well. Looks very Neko inspired. Looks like she stole Escanor's axe and turned it into a sword. And her offhand looks like Arknight Chen's sword. And what in the world is this? She has no booty at all. Not interested anymore. Okay, maybe it's not that bad. But her legs do look really long, which is a little bit strange. She unfortunately only has 2 faceplates. There is a third one which is a pre-order or first release bonus. Her normal eyes seem to be a light purple, and her bonus face actually looks really cool. Speaking of first release bonuses, I should also mention that Loong's alternate front skirt piece and chair are bonuses, so future reprints may not have them. But to be honest, Cang Toys is probably too busy for reprints anyway. And for the cultured viewers out there, seems like she has a squishy chest. Very interesting, and I'm wondering if some of the other figures will have this too. On to Berengaria, the Leo. If her design looks familiar, then it's probably because she was initially the Golden Lion for the Fantasy Beast armor line. I guess they decided to be a bit more ambitious, so she's kind of been recolored. So it's a bit strange, because from this it seems like she has a whole bunch of stuff, but it also looks like a model kit. So I'm thinking they decided to scrap her as a model kit and make her a finished figure instead, and also strip the parts down. You can see a model kit base in the prototype. You can see Loong's storage base in the render, so not sure what's happening. But it's also 3 AM, so I don't really know what I'm talking about anymore. On to the 7 deadly sins, or the 7-day demons as the astrologers call them. These 7 are the final survivors of Doomsday, but are otherwise unrelated and don't know each other. An AI named Zero is the mastermind behind this whole plot, and the creator of the dimensional gates. Armor is given to the 7 sins, which of course gives them super strength and stuff like that. And so these girlies will be model kits. First up we have Samael the Snake, the sin of anger or wrath. She is 25 years old, female, 45 kilograms, 177 centimeters, and single. So at a 1/12 scale, she would be like 14.75 centimeters. But apparently she's also 16 centimeters, so what is happening here? Loong is also 16 centimeters, but unfortunately I couldn't find her lore height. So, don't know, the math ain't mathing. Anyway, she is a model kit, which might be of interest to some people. Unfortunately I am very lazy, so we'll have to see. Sammy and the Snake can be separate. They can be combined. She has 4 faces. A sleepy face, a plotting face, a cray-cray face, and a mask face. The umbrella looks very cool and is very tempting, to be honest, but also not very useful because there's a hole. Silly girl. She also has a spear or staff thing and a sword. This is how the snake moves. It seems to move quite well, but you won't be able to hold a pose with it, so you'll need to use a stand. And then we have Elizabeth Mary, the skull robot thing, the sin of lust. Rui, the spider with a scythe, the sin of envy. And we have each Von phase, I guess, in a wannabe Gundam suit, and the sin of arrogance or pride. It's quite interesting how Cang Toys has decided to focus more on female figures. Perhaps this is the meta going forward for figure companies. So which ones are you most looking forward to? To see what some of these figures are actually like, check out the video at the top. Thanks for watching, take care, have a good one, and I'll see you again next time.